You want to watch the best shooter in college basketball. It's Caitlin Clark.
Her basketball IQ, her court vision, you just can't say enough about it.
At the University of Iowa, senior point guard Caitlin Clark is a force of nature. She holds school records as the all-time leader in assists, scoring, and
Clark! Oh my!
three-pointers. In 2022, Clark's three-point prowess came through in the clutch for the Hawkeyes, time and time again.
And it goes! She hit it!
It's a privilege to be here in Iowa, shooting around with the best in the college game, and learn more about how she gets it done. Can I get some shots up?
Let's see if you're rusty.
I used to be a pretty good shooter back in my college days. 46%, good enough for top 10 in NCAA history. Oh, you're probably not used to rebounding like this, where you don't have to move.
I'll chase it down, don't worry.
No chasing today. She's on fire!
Why are you shooting so close to the line? You gotta scoot back further.
Because back in my day, the line was right around here.
That's a harder shot for me.
At one point in time, Caitlin's deep shots wouldn't have counted for anything more than a layup. Since the three-point shot wasn't even part of college basketball until 1986.
Morning, the NCAA called a news conference to talk about the three-point shot. A survey of coaches say 84% approve the three-point concept.
It's here, and it's added more excitement to the game of basketball than any of the years that I've been on the rules committee for over 30 years.
Since then, the arc has gradually moved further away from the basket. It started 19 feet 9 inches away and has continued to change. It now lies at 22 feet 1 3/4 inches away. But these days, it's not uncommon to see shots taken from so deep that the closest landmark on the floor is a logo rather than a three-point line. Hence the From the Logo three-pointer. And nobody has mastered that shot quite like Caitlin Clark.
Logo threes, it's her signature. That is the most Caitlin Clark way to win a game.
When did you first become comfortable with the deep three?
I would say I first became comfortable, honestly, when I got into college. I kind of came in as a little twig. The strength and conditioning program was a big help for me. As I kind of got stronger, that kind of came with it a lot.
Clark, yes!
You never did this prior to college?
No, not really. And my high school gym was tiny, like our high school court was small, so I had good range. I had my step back.
You got into college. How were defenses playing you that kind of forced you to extend that range?
I think just the way people guard me, they would just be physical and just push me off the line, make it harder to get to my spots. So I kind of had to learn to create off the bounce a lot, and now I feel like I'm almost more comfortable having the ball in my hands and shooting off the dribble rather than a catch and shoot three.
When it comes to that range and extending it, is like your form, and it's always been that way,
Yeah.
and you just extended the range, or did you have to change something?
My form has always been my form. It's like always been the same, and I give a lot of credit to my dad. He was my first ever basketball coach, but he was the guy that would never let me shoot threes when I was a young kid because he knew my form would be awful. I always wanted to go out there and just start chucking threes up because I had an older brother, and I would go to all their practices, and like that's what they would do, so I thought I could do that, but I was tiny, like I couldn't get it there, so my dad was like, just stay around the rim, and that was always super important, just form shooting. I probably didn't like it at the time, and I was mad at him about it, but looking back, like shooting form fundamentals are like the best thing.
Perfecting those fundamentals has proven to be Caitlin's key to success, and as her stature and confidence grew, so did her range. During Caitlin's junior year, she shot and made nearly 43% on threes from 25 to 30 feet out.
Clark hits the three. Good thing we measured the logo today, Beth.
Every deep three that Caitlin hits gives her teammates, and the packed arenas an extra spark.
We're definitely a very offensive-minded team, so when you make a few threes, it's kind of infectious to everybody else, and that's what makes basketball so fun.
Clark, great feed. Warnock, she got it. Clark has it, get ahead, Marshall in for two.
And obviously our fans, they go crazy whenever we're making long threes, which probably just urges me to continue to shoot them. I feel like at times now our crowd especially knows, like they can see it in my eyes when I'm crossing half court, like there's no way she's passing the ball, like this is going up kind of thing. So Yeah, I think it's just like my confidence is just kind of built up over my college career, and now it's just something that's a part of my game, and you know, it wouldn't really be the same if I didn't have that.
So yeah, when you hit that three,
I mean,
what's happening for you?
Well, the first thing is I feel like I know if it's going in right off my hand, and I think that just speaks to how much time I put in and how many shots I've taken.
Caitlin Clark unloads!
I either know if it's off or if it's dead center.
Clark will loft it up there and swish it in with a three.
Any good shooter can really feel the ball off their hand like that. So I kind of know, and then sometimes I get ready to celebrate and fire up the crowd. And then the next time down, I'm usually looking for another shot. Once you get hot, the rim looks really huge.
You're like the classic, what is she? Great job.
It literally,
Good job.
and sometimes I don't even realize how far away I am. Like I watch it back on film and I'm like, wow, I should not shoot that shot.